Hey friends, this is Veronica. If you are returning, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're new and you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing and sticking around. Boy, what a day it has been today. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Central Virginia, but there have been a number of mishaps and annoyances today. Starting off with my scent of the day, which was Sunlight by Jill Sander. I thought I smelled good. I thought I smelled fresh, clean, citrusy. And I went downstairs and my entire family had a different reaction. If you'd like to hear the story behind that, check out my review and awards for the week. I do like an awards and review kind of thing for all of the perfumes that I wore during the past week. So that is posted. Check that out. The other disaster that I had was this eye look. In addition to talking about perfumes, I also like to chat about makeup. I am not a makeup artist, but I love to play with makeup and I have a lot of it and continue to learn. And so today I did a video, like a get ready with me video with the new Natasha Denona Zendo palette that looks like this. So if you are into makeup, go check out that video and see the disaster that I had trying to get whatever this eye look is supposed to be. But here we are, and I'm just gonna roll with it. In addition, there have been some just annoying noises. And so I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. There is a large dog out there in someone's property, somewhere behind ours, just barking and barking and barking. And my dear neighbor across the street has been nonstop revving up his industrial powered leaf blower. It's just been that kind of day. But we are 2 minutes in. Let's talk about perfume, shall we? I have a haul. Yes, another haul. I have been busy buying, and finding just some really great bargains on some beautiful fragrances that I want to share with you all. So in today's video, I think we have 15. This is not a full review. These are just quick first impressions. I'll share with you what stands out to me about the fragrance. And in the cases where someone on YouTube made me do it, I was inspired by the person, I will link their channel below. Ready? Ready. This first one is Junoon Rose by the House of Al Haramain. I have a bunch of Al Haramain perfumes and some colognes at this point from my husband. Colognes, perfume, same thing. We call men's fragrances colognes, even though they're not necessarily a cologne concentration. You know what I mean if you're a little old school. Anyway, I have just a regular Junoon, which is a very, very powdery floral fragrance. And I also have Junoon Noir, which is supposed to be very similar or a dupe for Dama Bianca by the House of Xerjoff. This is Junoon Rose. I'm a completionist and there were 3 in the series, and so I just had to get this one. It's an amber floral. It has top notes of cherry blossom, bergamot, and ylang-ylang. And you get powder, some heliotrope, amaretto even, in the base, amber, tonka bean, and others. I will say when I first sprayed this, when it first came to my house, I was like, I don't know about that, because I really like Junoon. By the way, I wore Junoon. I wore Junoon last Saturday to go wine tasting in Southern Virginia, and I thought it was going to be a safe fragrance. The problem is I completely oversprayed it. So I was like this atomic mushroom cloud walking around to these wineries, just in a huge cloud of powder, and not in a good way. I think I was choking everybody out. But it is a beautiful fragrance if you just spray a couple times. So Junoon Rose, I didn't love when I first got it in the house. Now as I smell it more, I do like it, and I can get that tonka bean, the little bit of amaretto in there, or whatever that is. I'm reading these notes off of Fragrantica. So my disclaimer is that sometimes Fragrantica has the wrong notes listed. Okay, so work with me, please, as we go through these. I do like this. It's very nice. It's also powdery, but it's got this gourmand feel to it. I get this sort of nutty background, slight booziness, and some florals too. Very nice fragrance. Again, first impressions, Junoon Rose. Let's go on. This next one you'll see in an upcoming tuberose video part 2. I have a part 1 of a tuberose video. I didn't know it was going to be a part 1. I didn't realize I had so many other tuberose fragrances, and then started to purchase more that have tuberose as a prominent note. So I'm going to do a second video. But this is Moon Dance by Juliette Has a Gun. And the reason that I am showing it to you in the box is because you got to see this presentation. So it came inside of another box. This box was sitting in that box, right? And then you open this and it has like this lacquered, it's like a coffin that it sits in. Oh, it has a coffin that it sits in. This is my first actual fragrance from Juliette Has a Gun. I have a spray of not a perfume, I think that's what it's called, and I have a spray of pear ink, both nice. But this one intrigued me because it has a tuberose note. And so look, it's like a coffin and it has Juliette Has a Gun inside. I love this. So here's the bottle. This is a shipper floral. It has bergamot, tuberose, violet, and rose. And in the base you get patchouli. This is very much a floral patchouli fragrance to me. I get the patchouli right away. And it's dark, it's mysterious, it's an evening fragrance. It kind of comes across to me rather berry, like it has a lot of berry tones in it, but I don't see any kind of berries listed. I don't get a lot of tuberose in here. I get that sort of purpley violet vibe going on with this one, Moon Dance. Okay, so let's go on. I like it. This is a like, you'll see this again. The next one then is one that I loved instantly. I got this at the cosmetics company store owned by Estee Lauder. It's an outlet store. Check it out in your area, the cosmetics company store. They sell Jo Malone, which is owned by Estee Lauder now. And this is bronze wood and leather. I first heard about this from Tim at Smelly Sweet. He's not posting videos anymore, but you should go check out the content he does have. Great guy. Oh my God, this here, oh. I immediately ran out to the car and sprayed it on my husband. And I loved it on him. It is beautiful, exactly what it is. Wood and leather here. It says it's for women and men. I would not hesitate to wear this, especially in the deep of winter. It has grapefruit. Interesting, I don't get any grapefruit. It has smoke. Absolutely get a smokiness out of this. Juniper. And then leather and vetiver. And I love the leather and vetiver in here. It's a nice smooth base. It's a real creamy to me, leathery fragrance. I really like this. Smooth and round, no harsh edges to this, bronze wood and leather. Thumbs up, complete winner. And if you know me, I was not keen on Jo Malone fragrances because all of the samples that I had tried before coming across this intense line that comes in the black bottles, they all just faded so quickly. But now I'm starting to explore the house more. In fact, you'll hear about another one in here. Next up is another one in the Alien line. I'm a big fan of Alien by Mugler, and I have a number of the flankers. I have the Oud one, I have the Musk one, I have Eau Extraordinaire, I have Fusion, and I think one other one. And so this is Alien Eau Sublime. Love the bottle. The ombre effect here is just so pretty. It's considered an amber woody fragrance. It's got top notes of lemon, orange, some other citrus. Let's see here. I have sprayed and let these dry down, by the way, but sometimes you like to get the opening again. In the middle, you have jasmine, tiara flower, which I love that flower in a fragrance. I love jasmine, orange blossom, heliotrope, cherry blossom. This is a very tropical smelling fragrance, and tropical in the sense of your yellow florals, the sort of fragrance that you get from, let's say, like a Terracotta Le Parfum from Guerlain, but with some alien DNA added in. Very, very nice, very smooth. Cashmerean, white amber, vanilla, vetiver in the base. I'm so glad to have this. This is lovely and I'm going to enjoy wearing it this summer. And I just love looking at the bottle. Really super pretty. This next one I am blaming on Joss Jane. She sent me some samples. We did a sample swap. It's called Sample Soiree. I have a video up and so does she. And I fell in love with several of the fragrances that she recommended. I have, I think, 2 here and another one on the way from the samples that she sent me. This is by, the house is called Biehl, I think. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce the second part of that. It's German. Okay, I lied. Parfum Kunstwerke. Did I get it? Okay. And so this is EO01. This is an amber fragrance. It's got coconut at the top, cardamom, nutmeg, apricot, blood orange, and tangerine. It's a very spicy, smooth, creamy kind of opening. In the middle, you get rosewood, orchid, paprika, iris, lily of the valley, and in the base, vanilla, tonka bean, cinnamon, sandalwood, patchouli, and a bunch of other notes. It's a huge note pyramid. This is a beautiful, spicy fragrance that is very comforting. It smells like a spiced dessert or a spiced tea, if you will, with some other creaminess, some roundness to it, a lot of depth. Beautiful fragrance. Really love this. So that's EO01 by Biehl. Next is one that is inspired from me getting into this line. I have some clean fragrances, but I have the older bottles, not this reserve line. But I recently purchased Radiant Nectar on recommendation from Giselle at GB Fragrances and then started to explore the line. So I have Rain here. Rain is the name of this fragrance. And I also have Amber Saffron on the way that was recommended to me by Joss Jane. This is beautiful. This is super clean, very much, you know, fresh out of the shower smell with that like summer rainstorm, clean, like aquatic, atmospheric, ozonic combination. Really nice. Rain by Clean Reserve. Not one that is a huge performer projector kind of thing, but if you just want to smell really pretty and clean without a whole lot of like florals and other, you know, complex notes going on, check out this one here. Next is another one from the cosmetics company store. Because they're Estee Lauder, occasionally they will carry some of the Aerin fragrances. This is Tangier Vanille. This is an amber fragrance. I fell in love with this immediately. They also had, I think, a lilac one the last time that I went, and I didn't like that. I thought it smelled way too bathroom cleanerish. I didn't like it. This is pretty. You get vanilla, bergamot, rose, amber, sandalwood, and musk. It's a beautiful sandalwood based fragrance with vanilla on top. Really, really beautiful. Next is one that was inspired by my dear friend on here, Chris, at the Perfume Nest. She is fantastic, beautiful, big heart, super classy. Check out her channel. I will link her below. You should definitely see her amazing perfume collection and recommendations, and she's just super sweet and great to listen to. It is Rare Tiffany by Afnan. Really a nice surprise. It has top notes of rose, jasmine, and ylang-ylang, and then you get sandalwood and vanilla in the middle and musky notes. Oh, really, really nice. The base notes are caramel, peppery ginger, rosy pink pepper. This is a really difficult to describe fragrance. It's unique. It's not like anything else that I've smelled in my or have in my collection. I love this bottle. It borders on tacky, and that's just my favorite kind of bottle. It's pretty and it smells blue like the bottle, if that makes sense. A clean blue tinged fragrance. Sometimes I think of fragrances as having colors. Very clean, but also warm and round. Rare Tiffany by Afnan. Super affordable. The next one is also a recommendation from Joss Jane, and I absolutely hate the bottle. It's a Moschino Toy Boy. This is a woody, spicy fragrance that is marketed to men, but I just love it. In the top, you get pink pepper, pear, and nutmeg, elemi, and bergamot. In the middle, rose, magnolia, clove, and flax. And in the base, vetiver, cashmere, sandalwood, amber. This is clean. It is masculine, but not too masculine. It's the kind of masculine that I like to wear. Like it leans just in that direction, but there's something really just clean. It's fresh, but also deep. Hard to describe. Yes, it's a little peppery. I don't get any of that pear. I get a hint of something that is clove-like. Definitely sandalwood and definitely ambery. Really, really neat fragrance. Hate this bottle, but I loved it so much that I had to have it. Let's keep going. The next fragrance is also a Jo Malone. I know, can you believe I have converted? And it's one that was on super sale at the cosmetics company store, and it's Orange Bitters. Yes, it's not the intense version, and so I know this is one that I will likely have to respray often, but it's got an array of citrus notes in it, including bitter orange, mandarin, unknown citruses, dried plum even, amber, and sandalwood. Super, super fresh, clean, summery smell. If you like citrus, see if you can get your hands on Orange Bitters. Did I call it bitter orange? It's Orange Bitters. Orange Bitters. Really, really nice fragrance. This next one, my new friend here has talked about. I purchased it and then saw her talking about it. Julia at scentsiblings.ca.com. Did I get that right? It's Yes, I Am. I have been eyeballing this fragrance for a long time. I love this bottle. It's just as crazy as can be. This is by the house of Cacharel, which I have a hard time with. The first that I had from here was Anais Anais, and then Lulu. Anais Anais I have in my collection right on that shelf just because I have a nostalgic attachment to it, but I don't love that one so much. It's really hard for me to deal with. I used to wear it all the time. And then Lulu I liked, but it was hard for me to wear. It was just such a beast mode fragrance, and it had a note in it that just didn't agree with me very much. And so a friend of mine has that now, but this is pretty. It's also an amber floral. It's got some fruity notes at the top and citrus like raspberry, lemon, bergamot. You get gardenia and ginger in the middle, some jasmine, orange blossom, and then you get a nice base of milk, caramel, vanilla, a bunch of stuff going on here, y'all. Coumarin, benzoin, sandalwood, amberwood. This is delightful. Really a very pleasant surprise. Yes, I Am by Cacharel, and I just love this bottle. I love it, love it, love it. Up next is not inspired by anyone, but I came across it on FragranceNet and decided I needed it. Or was it Fragrance X? I don't remember, but I started to read reviews. It's Ginger Piccante by Aqua Allegoria. It's an aromatic spicy, and it is so fresh and spicy is what I would call it. It's got ginger, bergamot, and lemon at the top, and that stays with you for a while. So it's very citrusy, spicy, gingery at the top right away. Really, really lovely. In the middle, rose and pepper, and in the base, white musk and cedar. So you get some of that cedar coming through, some musk to soften it up a bit. But for the most part, this is citrusy and spicy with the ginger. Really like this. Very fresh, very clean, very fun. It's going to be a great summertime fragrance. The next one I purchased for my husband, but actually fell in love with myself, so I'm going to share it with him. It is Pie. And I've heard about this a lot, but recently I heard Fresco Scents talk about it. Is that the name of his channel? Fresco Scents. I'll link him below. He does his reviews in Spanish. So if you're a Spanish speaker or you want to practice your Spanish or see if you are rusty on your understanding or whatever, check out his channel. Great, great reviewer. Really nice guy. This is an amber woody. And it's spicy as well. You get orange, tarragon, rosemary, and basil at the top. In the middle, anise, neroli, geranium. I just made up a note, geranium, and lily of the valley. And in the base, you get this beautiful vanilla almond tonka bean combination with some benzoin and some cedar. It's spicy, it's warm, it's not overpowering though. It's soft. It's soft and just a really nice spicy fragrance without, you know how some spicy fragrances you spray them and then that's all you get and it's almost like cloying and nauseating? No, this is a really soft, spicy fragrance. Warm, very warm. Love it. Okay, we're down to the last three here. One that I really wasn't thinking about purchasing and then kind of came across and said, I'll try it. I have the black version of this, the Signorina Misteriosa. This is Signorina Eleganza by Salvatore Ferragamo or Salvatore Ferragamo, a Chypre floral. Really pretty. It has pear and grapefruit at the top. I was not expecting to like this. I love pear. I love pear. So you get that juiciness and that citrus at the top, osmanthus and almond in the middle, nice combination, and then patchouli and leather in the base. I enjoy this. It could be a nice everyday fragrance with a little bit of punch to it. It is elegant, eleganza, but it also has some masculine hints from the leather and the patchouli in there. But it's nice and rounded out by that citrus and the almond. Really a pretty fragrance. I don't know that this lasts very long according to the reviews, but that's okay. I will respray it for the price that I got that at, no problem. We're down to the last two. This one was also a surprise. I was playing around on FragranceNet and saw this come up as a tester. And I took the chance because it doesn't have a top anyway. This is Agent Provocateur Electric. I have just the original Agent Provocateur that smells super skanky. I do like that one. This one here is nothing like that. This is a complete smooth citrus fragrance. It's got lime, lemon, and bergamot at the top, and in the middle, fig tree and fig, which gives it, fig can come across different depending on the fragrance. Here it gives it a little bit of sweetness and creaminess to balance out the citrus at the top. And you get sandalwood and amber in the base. This is a pleasant surprise. Lovely citrus with some body to it, some depth, a little bit of that sexy undertone from the sandalwood and amber in the base. And I got it for a steal. I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $12 to $15. Really nice. Agent Provocateur Electric. And then, is that it? Hang on, let me check. That's it. I thought I had another one, but I went through all 15. So that's my haul, and I got through it in less than 23 minutes. That's a miracle for me. My videos usually go super long. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any of these fragrances, drop me a note in the comments and let me know what you think of them. Have a fabulous one. Take care, friends.